Welcome to Your Source TV from the nation's capital. I'm Tamara Stuchlak, and in this segment we have Suman Sharma, who has a doctorate degree and is a sitar musician. She was trained in Delhi, India, and she studied with the world-renowned sitar maestro, and she's going to pronounce his name for us.
Professor Debu Chaudhary.
And Suman, tell us about your attraction to music and why you started, and let's get a little background on how you've come up through the ranks of becoming a renowned classical sitar player in the Washington, D.C. region.
So in my family, we were going through listening Indian hymns, singing, listening all the time. And one day I saw my teacher playing sitar. She was beautiful and it attracted me a lot.
You loved the sound of the sitar.
Yes, I loved it. And I thought it's very hard, the way she was playing very advanced piece. Then I decided to learn from her. She was my very first teacher, Miss Neeru Singh. And we started from the very basic. So,
how does playing the sitar make you feel?
I always feel so good. It's so therapeutic for me.
Why so?
I love the sound of sitar. And it was my stress reliever. I was doing other things, like I had masters in economics, and it gave me boost for my studies too.
And you also play the flute and the piano.
Yes, I'm trained here for.
And you came to the United States in 1998, and you're active in the Indian classical music community in D.C. And you've performed on public television. You're an educator to students. What gives you joy in some of these areas where you play and perform and educate?
When I perform, I always meet new people. And when I educate, it looks like giving to the community, whatever I earn. And I always want to spread my whatever knowledge I have in music. And I get opportunity when I have students.
And after your doctorate degree and your classical training, what were some of your influences that brought you to this love of music, to being a professional musician as your trade?
So I started my career with performing in Kennedy Center. I gave audition and I was lucky enough to pass it. And then when I started to learn piano and flute, and I performed in my church in flute choir, so I tried to adopt those things in my sitar too, because flute is a melodic instrument and sitar is melodic instrument too. And I go to India, I still upgrade my training, and it helps me to perform better.
So it has been said about you, Suman's beautiful renderings of Indian classical ragas create a magical world for her listeners. What is your philosophy behind your music such that those beautiful words would be written about you?
Since I like my music, I enjoy. And Indian music is created on the spot. So I think audience is feeling the same way, the way I am enjoying.
So it's spontaneous,
yes.
It's the jazz of the music of India?
Yes, it
and
is.
Ragas are based on the spirituality of the
yes.
Hindu faith?
Yes.
So you're playing spiritual music?
Yes, and I'm thinking about some hymn on my mind, what I'm thinking, the image, some images there, and my colors of ragas.
The colors?
Yes, colors are there. It's like a sad rag, happy rag. According to the season also, there are seasonal ragas, timings, morning ragas, evening ragas.
Right, there's a whole...
Yes, whole big different theory.
So talk about your musical style within the traditional classical sitar music that you perform.
All right, I play classical music. I was trained in classical music, but I play hymns also in my church. That is my thing. I love, again, the spirituality.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm going to share today also some hymns. And it gives me peace of mind. It's therapeutic for me, and I love it. I cannot live without this.
So the complexity of your music, I mean, the sitar is a complex instrument. Is it considered like a lead instrument? I
yes.
mean, you play your own roles and...
Yes, it is a solo instrument, and I'm accompanied by tabla player.
Yes.
Drum. Yes.
Is classically, are just the two instruments together, or are
yes.
there more musicians? Singers?
Singer, then I'm accompanying singer. Otherwise, it's a solo instrument accompanied by tabla player.
Gotcha. Okay. So you are also an educator, and you have created two books of sheet music.
Yes.
And you had to translate them into Western musical nomenclature. Is that part of your training and what you bring to your students, that translation?
It's part of my passion because I am trained in piano and flute as well. So it's very easy for me to transform in Western notation.
And you also have several CDs, including a Christmas Happy New Year CD.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it's The Melody of Joy, Monsoon, and a third CD, My Sitar. What were your inspirations for those?
So those are typical classical CDs. Melody of Joy, Monsoon, and My Sitar, complete classical based on Rag Yaman and Rag Desh. And recently we released DVD for Christmas. It's like a Christmas melodies, local.
So someone that's not familiar with the sitar, why do you think they would be attracted to this music, and particularly the style that's classical and yet also hymns and spiritual?
They need to be exposed. Either they have seen that, or these days we live in the YouTube world, they browse on the YouTube and they come for lessons. They have never played, they have never seen, but they are attracted like I was.
And what emotions are you intending to evoke? Are they tied to the piece itself, or what additionally do you think happens for you as you're playing?
So it was a spiritual aspect for me to play, but it all depends on the player, whatever they want to play. They can play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, MacDonald, everything they can play. It has 12 notes, chromatic scale is there. So my thing, if they know music on any instrument, they can play on sitar as well.
And so who have been some of your inspirations, or other styles of music? Have they also inspired you?
Yes, I have the South Indian music in India. And when we are in the music college, we are exposed for world music. I learned about Chinese music, and we learn about Indian music is very close to Baroque period. I will go back there.
Really, the Baroque period?
Yeah, so it's like I play lots of Bach, and because that's very close to my Indian classical music.
Wow.
So I'm able to play like those songs on sitar as well.
And do you think you'll have a CD of that type of music?
Very soon.
That would be very exciting also to hear that. So you also have been vocally trained.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So I have Sangeet Visharad degree, that is equivalent to graduation degree. So that is my first training in vocal music before I started to play sitar. And I finished my degree, and my teacher polished me, and then I moved to sitar. And I love sitar more than voice.
And who are some inspirations, players, ragas players that have influenced you, or you like to call on, or you like to listen to their music?
When I was young, I was always listening Pandit Ravi Shankar ji, always. And media is very, very big help.
And that was your renowned teacher?
His students.
Yes.
Ravi Shankar ji students were he was a student for him. So he was always like on the TV. Media is a very big role for us. And I really wanted to play like him. And then Pandit Debu Chaudhary, he's more traditional than Ravi Shankar ji.
Wow. Tell us about, as we're coming to a close, you're going to be playing several songs for us. And tell us why you chose those songs and what we can expect to hear.
So I'm going to play some very traditional music. I'm going to share what I performed in India as it is. I will share, and then I will sing a couple of hymns what Mahatma Gandhi popularized in India. And at the end, I will go to share Amazing Grace on sitar.
And also, we were talking, you've performed at the Transcendental Meditation University in Iowa. Tell us a little bit about that.
That is my most favorite place on this earth. When I play sitar, people are closing the eyes and listening my music, and we are transcendents there. And that is my most favorite place. If I need to choose, I will go there first. And whenever I get invitation, I go there because of the audience.
So your love for transcending,
Yes.
would you say really influences your music? You're intending to, you know, feel full of life,
Yes.
and you want to share that with others.
Yes.
And tell us about just those songs again that you're going to be sharing with us. Why did you choose, you know, there's 3 of them. Why did you choose those songs?
Because I'm trying to present traditional Indian music, then most popular hymn in India by Mahatma Gandhi, and then my most favorite hymn, Amazing Grace, what I like.
Where do you see your future going with your music? What new things do you think you'll be doing or would like to do?
I really want people know about sitar. This is an instrument. Anything can be played on sitar. It has all the notes, 4 octave, just like any violin, flute, piano, and melodic instrument. It should be known more.
So was there a phase in the United States where sitar was maybe most popular?
60s, yeah, when Ravi
Yes.
Shankar ji came.
Yes.
Beatles popularized it.
The
yes.
Beatles, yes,
Yes.
also. So are there any final thoughts that you'd like to share with others about being a professional musician and what it brings to your life?
It brings me so much happiness, friends, and explore whole wide world. I can travel through my music. That's what I always wanted to do, make new friends, and I don't want to stuck in 8 hours working in office. That's my personal thing.
And how do you think the sitar will grow in popularity?
Because I always see strangers taking lessons from me. Always, I get call. They want to learn, and they are playing on the spot whatever they want to learn because they have some background in any instrument. It's the same notes, just different language.
Is the sitar comparable to any particular? I'm not going to make the assumption that it's the guitar, or
No,
any
guitar,
strict.
no, guitar is a guitar is not melodic instrument. Sitar is a melodic instrument. If I compare, I will compare with violin or flute, and it's not harmonic. Guitar we have chords, on sitar we don't. We sometimes just compare because of the Beatles. So it's very, but people find because we have social media is there, internet is there, so whoever wants to learn, they can learn. It's not hard.
So we're going to really enjoy hearing you perform and share your music. Stay tuned.
सुमन जी, मैं उस्ताद ज़मीर अहमद खान साहब से निवेदन करूँगा कि वो मंच पर आएं और कलाकारों को आशीर्वाद दें। उस्ताद ज़मीर अहमद खान साहब। धन्यवाद उस्ताद जी। ये बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि मतलब एक इंस्ट्रूमेंट वो भी फीमेल बजाए। वैसे तो आज मेल और फीमेल में कोई अंतर रह नहीं गया है, मगर फिर भी चाहे कुछ भी कह लीजिए कि एक औरत के लिए अपने घर के साथ साथ और इस तरह का इंस्ट्रूमेंट की साधना करना ये बहुत ही मुश्किल काम है। मैं समझता हूँ डॉक्टर सुमन इस प्रयास पे लगी हुई हैं। ईश्वर इनको और शक्ति प्रदान करे और ये और आगे बढ़ती रहें और अच्छा बजाएं। धन्यवाद डॉक्टर सुमन।